Our Kate Baldwin is in D.C. Covering this for us and the White House's reaction and response. Kate, the focus for the president, at least today, was supposed to be on what was happening in the Gulf Coast. Planned the trip to go down, and actually in a few hours, to keep an eye on what's happening there and the potential disaster. But now, got to keep your eye on terrorism is back on the front burner. I guess, when did the president find out, if you can kind of take us through what his night was like, when did the president find out about what was happening in New York, and what has the White House response been since then?
Absolutely. Hey there, TJ. Hey there, Brooke. Well, and of course, the White House will be the first to tell you that while the president was supposed to be going to Louisiana this morning, and the plan is still that he will be going to Louisiana this morning, the White House, the president is very capable, and this is their job, is to multitask and handle many things at the same time. Of course, they don't wish that they're handling, an attempted car bomb in the middle of New York City. That's not clearly something they want to have to be dealing with. But putting that aside, let me just get you quick to a statement, a bit of a kind of a TikTok, we kind of call it in the media, of what we received from the White House press office, kind of letting us know when the president found out. This is what it says. It says at about 10:45 p.m., that's last night, the president was updated on the excellent work by the NYPD in relation to the incident in Times Square. The president commended the quick action by the NYPD and asked John Brennan, that's his top Homeland Security advisor, to communicate to the NYPD that the federal government is prepared to provide support. John Brennan, working with the NYPD and others, will continue to keep the president up to date on the investigation. We've gone over this a few times, TJ, but just to tick off what we're learning bit by bit from federal officials, a federal official briefed on the situation has told CNN that right now, you guys have mentioned it, it's too early to make any links to any major terror groups, Al-Qaeda or another terror group. Another federal official saying there are no clear indicators that this is international terrorism. But as we've been discussing, this clearly falls into the range, the kind of the umbrella of terrorism in general, be it domestic or international. But officials are stressing that this investigation really is just getting underway. Of course it is. As they always do, they caution that connecting any dots right now would be getting way ahead of the investigation. So you can be sure they're being very careful of what they're trying to get out and making sure they are double checking it before they tell us. Officials have described this explosive device as crudely constructed, amateurish, and a similarly crude bomb was used in other attacks, including one in 2007, the attack at the international airport in Glasgow, Scotland. Of course, they're not making any connection from this event to that, just showing that these types of crude devices have been used in the past. But really, what we talk about, and I know you guys are talking about it, we're talking about it here, a lot of what we want, what the discussion is the big question marks that remain, because that's really what there are a lot of right now. Big question marks. Of course, who did it and why? That is going to be going on, and that investigation will continue for a very long time to come. But also, in the short term, what can those dozens of video cameras in the area in Times Square show to investigators? You can only imagine in that area, Times Square, that is, I think it's called the crossroads of the world. This is where so many people converge. It's quite an exciting and vibrant place, but you can also imagine that it has a lot of video cameras, NYPD video cameras, as well as from the private companies or around that area. So you can only imagine that that is top priority for them, to see what they can see in terms of timing, in terms of people, and see what kind of information they can gather from that, TJ.